Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of Mind Hops with Jack and Trenton.
Yep, we're still counting. We still remember enough to count. Maybe not after this episode, but yeah, we're all set here. We've got 2 black and blues poured here. Mine's definitely a lot cleaner looking than his. I did pour both of them. So.
Mine is
and
aged.
Actually, you know what? I'll change with him since I've
take that one.
No, here. I've had many black and blues, so it's only fair that you have a nice one.
I've never had a black and blue.
This is your first one, so to break you in, it should be nice.
Yeah.
We have a nice shot of proper 12 sitting on the backside there. That's the Irish whiskey. I think it's the Conor McGregor's Irish whiskey.
I'm not sure. It probably says on here somewhere for those. But
he's the fighting dude, the Irish fighting guy with all the tattoos.
Irish fighting. Yeah, you know the
every Irish guy.
The Celtics logo. I also brought myself another craft beer. It's a Bananas Foster Stout by Untitled Art. I've already had it before. It's pretty good.
Mr. Fancy Man over here.
I'll pop that bad boy open once I finish up this black and blue.
Yeah, it'll be gone in a second.
We're also doing the podcast foul again, so if you're all over our words, we got to take a shot.
I have a marble mouth anyway, so that's
well, I don't know. This time I think we're a little bit less drunk.
I am definitely way less drunk. That was pretty sloppy last time. Zooted. I was zooted before we started, and then it just got bad after that. But hopefully there was some salvageable parts of the episode. I didn't edit it. I just uploaded it like I normally do. So, and I haven't went back to listen to it. So, just hope for the best, I guess.
Sounds good.
So it's today's the day before St. Patrick's Day, correct? So
yep, March 16th.
It may be It's probably gonna be St. Patrick's Day if you guys are listening when I upload it. It'll probably be tomorrow. So it'll be on St. Patrick's Day. So I kind of got an interesting little funny news story here. This is kind of an old one. I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard it before. It's a news story in someplace in Alabama. And the only reason I even heard about it initially was I have family from Alabama. I have some cousins up there.
Can we time out for a second? I know it's not the dad joke part of the episode.
Yeah, okay.
But I was just curious. Why don't they do reverse cowgirl in Alabama?
Is it something to do with their siblings or something? I don't know.
Never turn your back on family ground.
Okay, I knew that was there.
There we go. Don't worry, I have a dad joke ready for the end of the episode too, guys.
Yeah,
it'll be there.
You didn't kill it.
A good St. Patrick's Day themed dad joke as well.
Okay, perfect. All you people from Alabama listening, that's just a joke. All right, we already know you fuck your siblings, but
yeah, stop writing for a second. Stop getting angry.
How did you find your way on the internet? You need to get off here. You got farm work to do.
They're not fucking Amish.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'll get back to the point of my story of my family from Alabama, which is my mom's side of the family, which is like a quarter of my family basically, because whatever. Anyway, one of my cousins sent me this video years ago. I don't remember how many years ago, maybe like 5-10 years ago, but it's kind of in the same vein of St. Patrick's Day. That was close there. I almost had to take it. It's too early in the episode. You're going to call it, but no. Anyway, so it's a news story. I'll kind of just let the news story speak for itself. It's pretty funny. If you've never listened to it, I'll kind of commentate on it as we go along. But I don't think Jack's seen this one before, so it should be very enjoyable.
In time for St. Patrick's Day, crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view at what some say is a piece of Irish folklore.
Some people in the Crichton area of Mobile say a leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun. NBC 15's Brian Johnson has more.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community. Many of you bringing binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures.
To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. All you gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun say yeah?
Yeah.
Eyewitnesses say the leprechaun only comes out at night.
Excited,
if
folks.
you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say.
Oh my
God. The sketch is the best.
What the fuck?
Believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for
It
the
gets
image.
better, trust me.
My theory is it's casting a shadow from the other limb.
Could be a crackhead that got hold to the wrong stuff.
This is Alabama, not Florida. Come on, lady.
Playing a leprechaun.
They're just cracking up.
Yeah, still on there, guy. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, man.
It's all right.
This guy helping
Mr.
to
Military's
direct
coming
traffic
in.
says he's prepared for his encounter with the leprechaun.
He's in military
suited up
fatigues.
from head to toe.
This wars off smells right here. This is a special leprechaun flute, which has been passed down for thousands of years.
It's a leprechaun dildo, dude.
Yeah, it's like man on
I just came to
PVC.
help out.
Others just came to get lucky in hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
I'm gonna run a backhoe and uproot that tree. I want to know where the gold at. I want the gold. Give me the gold. I want the gold.
This is Brian Johnson,
Show me the money.
ABC 15 News.
I honestly don't even know if half of them were, if they were trolling. I think some of them had to have been trolling, right?
I don't know,
I don't
man.
know. They
I
seem
really
very
don't.
serious. The guy in the military fatigues with the special leprechaun flute and the.
He might have been fucking
I think
around.
he had to have been trolling, but the other ones did seem.
I'm not sure
seem a
though,
little
man. He seemed
serious.
excited
He
to,
did.
you know, be ready to fight a fucking
He
leprechaun.
took it pretty seriously too. Yeah, like I said, he had a vest.
He looked
on.
like he had PTSD from like the Leprechaun War or something like that, dude.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of leprechauns, you've never seen the horror movies, have you? The Leprechaun series.
I've seen a clip from it. I've never seen the movie.
Terrible. I mean, if he's dealt with that leprechaun, I can understand the PTSD. But just watching those movies gave me PTSD. Is pretty bad stuff. Really cheesy stuff. But yeah, that's an older clip from it wasn't Mobile, Alabama, but I'm just gonna say Mobile, Alabama.
I think it was.
Was it?
I think at the beginning of the video
okay.
it said Mobile.
That's where my mom was born. So
I thought you weren't that drunk. What's going on here? I almost want to call a shot for that, but I won't because it wasn't a stumble.
it wasn't a stumble. It was. I don't think it was Mobile. I think it was some other place.
I kind of want to restart the
I
video.
mean, we can.
Let's
What
do it.
about
All right, whoever's wrong takes a shot.
Okay, deal. All right. Give me 1 second. Technical difficulties here.
All right, I'll
I gotta bring
keep
it up.
talking about
Here we go.
nonsense. How's everybody doing today?
Nonsense. You don't care about these people?
Oh, I
What the
love-
hell? All right, here we go. We're going from the get go here. I don't know exactly what to say.
NBC 15's Brian Johnson has more.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton community.
Mobile's
Many of you
Crichton
bring
community.
binoculars,
Was it Mobile's Crichton
even
or
camera
Crichton?
phones to
I don't know what the fuck Crichton means, so I'm guessing frightened.
Curiosity
That guy needs to take a
leads
shot. He
large
fucked up.
crowds in Mobile's Crichton community.
He said Crichton.
Many of you bring
He said
binoculars,
Crichton.
camcorders,
Crichton-
even
Mobile's
camera phones
Crichton
to take
community.
Mobile's a city, right? It's not a county or anything.
No, but what's Crichton mean anyway?
I don't know.
That's
what
not
the
that
fuck-
thing.
Like I said, I think he just fucked up. He needs to take a shot.
Yeah.
You and him can tap.
All
You
right.
can, you can
We'll
ghost
both,
tap
me
that guy.
and him will.
Yeah, tap that black.
See,
and blue.
I heard the Crichton the first time, and I thought it was another fucking city in Alabama. But thanks a lot, man. You're killing my liver here, fucking Mr. Newscaster in Mobile, Alabama.
Done for.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna take it right into the microphone. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. I'm gonna chase it with some black and blue here.
Heard that uvula action in there, slapping that bad boy down.
Slap in the back. Slap in the back of the throat there. Ooh, yeah. That's gonna take a second there.
He's burning right now. I know it.
Yeah, that was an emergency meeting I just called.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know if you guys picked that up.
I've had about 3 games of that.
Yeah,
All
I haven't
right.
played any games, so that was new noise to me.
So we good on leprechauns over here?
I think we're good with St. I just thought I'd throw it back to St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. It's a bit of a themed episode. We got Irish whiskey.
We
in
got
the
Irish
boys,
whiskey.
so-
We got the beer, so we kind of got that covered with the weird leprechaun story and Mobile's Crichton community in Alabama. So
Alrighty. So what we originally had planned for this week, but we sidetracked with the St. Patrick's Day a little bit. It's an
Yeah.
important holiday to most of us, right?
yeah. Oh,
We were gonna make our own superheroes.
yes.
So I actually got a few.
Okay.
I think I'll go first.
Yeah.
And then you can tell yours, and I'll rattle
Yep.
off the rest of mine.
Yours are probably more developed than mine because I kind of just got a loose.
Mine are pretty loose too. I just kind of threw them in there.
All right, fair enough.
Alrighty. So
Hit me with it.
one of my favorites is a superhero,
Okay.
and he can teleport,
Okay.
but only to bars.
Only the bars. I love it. Bar hopping, like the perfect bar hopper.
Yes,
Right?
exactly. But
beautiful.
I was thinking about a flaw earlier with him is the fact he doesn't really have any superpowers.
But Right, but he can't teleport home, right? That's his.
You're
flaw.
right. I didn't even
He's
think
got to
about
call
it.
an Uber.
That's his weakness, right?
yeah. He's got to call an Uber.
No,
Oh, man.
I think I need to give him some kind of like super speed or not super
We need
speed.
like
There's no reason to teleport then.
We need a designated superhero, like a designated teleporter for him or driver. You know, like
Yeah.
a speeder.
Someone
that
who's like
pick
gonna meet him
up.
there later on.
Yeah, teleport him back. Maybe he can teleport to boring locations.
I just thought it would be funny if you were like, barman, I need you, and he comes running out of
So-
a bar with like a Yingling in his hand already.
So that's awesome. Can Barman teleport others if he's in contact with them? Kind of like, Nightcrawler when he's in physical touch with other people. I don't know if you know that Nightcrawler can do this, but he can grab other people and teleport them with him if he's in touch with them.
I don't. Where's
You probably don't know much about Nightcrawler. Right?
I've heard the Judas Priest song.
You don't know anything about Nightcrawler from the X-Men? The blue guy with the blue tail? He can puff around.
Oh,
Smoke.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he doesn't smoke, but he leaves.
I didn't know
like a
that was
thing.
his name as the mutant though.
Yeah, he's Mystique's son. Little known fact.
shit.
Mystique and Magneto. I could be wrong. Don't roast me in the comments.
What a bastard.
If I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Mystique and
Talk about-
Magneto had that bastard child. That's why he's blue, because Mystique.
I didn't
blue
know
chick-
X-Men and Game of Thrones had anything in common, dude.
Yeah, there's some deep stuff going on there. But yeah, so can he by touch?
I mean, like I said, it was
He'd be a much
pretty
less-
loose construction here. Why not?
Let's do it because he'd be a much
That'd be
better
the best
hero.
fucking bar run ever.
Yeah, because
Not
he can
to
just
mention-
bring people with him. Bring the party.
Sadly, he can't teleport home though, so he can still get DUIs.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if he like left his car somewhere, called an Uber, and then like teleported to the bar the next day, got drunk, and then drove home.
So, what's his day job? Is it a bartender? Because that'd be perfect.
Oh, jeez.
That would be perfect.
I don't know.
Maybe he works for the DEA, or he's like
he works at a
cop.
liquor store.
He works at a boring ass liquor store.
A boring ass liquor store.
And he's got I'm not going there. Yeah, he works at a boring ass liquor store, and so he can bring people with him. Now, as the night goes on, do his teleports get sloppier? Will he like teleport?
Yes,
inside
and
the building
he'll be like
his
on
head?
the corner already going up.
Yeah, like mid teleport, just.
Yeah, and if it's like
Everywhere.
one of those 2-story ones, like in the old school kind of building, he
Yeah.
teleports to the top floor that no one's ever fucking been to before since like the
It's like
1800s.
closed down, boarded off.
Yeah. He's like, God damn it.
I like it. That's good. As long as he's got somebody with him, he's being responsible. He's got the, Uber or whatever the fucking, I don't know what they have. Not Uber, right? Yeah, Uber.
Yeah.
I got confused because Uber has Uber Eats now.
Uber
was like the original like travel car thing with that.
Yeah.
They have food delivery and Lyft's
Well,
another
that's
one.
what happens is, when Elon Musk gets involved in something.
Yeah, well, soon they'll just drive them. Those cars
He's
will
like,
drive
man, I could
themselves,
deliver
right?
food. Why the fuck not?
yeah, exactly. All right, so I like that. Do you have any more on standby there? Because I have one that's. It's
You want me to throw out my? I have 4, so that
All
was
right.
the first one. You want me to throw out a second one, and then you can throw out yours like right
Yeah,
now?
yeah. We'll do that.
All right, gotcha. A, B, or C?
We'll go with B.
B? Okay.
Yeah.
So B, it's funny that we were just talking about X-Men.
Yeah.
This is Wolverine.
Okay,
But
wait. Does he have wieners out of his hands? Wienerine? Because this is actually a hero I've talked about before.
No, it's
that
not.
we haven't talked about before. I have a whole trilogy. It's not a trilogy, but a franchise. It's the Triple X-Men, right?
Yeah.
So you have Wienerine. He can shoot wieners out of his hands.
Oh, he can shoot them.
Like he shoot like.
Wait, can Wolverine shoot his blades out of his hand?
Yeah, it doesn't shoot him. It like comes out of his hand.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
you
thought they
didn't know
just
that?
retracted and came out.
Well, that's what I mean. Like
I didn't know
they
he could like drop them.
they
You
come out
don't
of
mean
his
like
skin.
actually like
No, like-
Dick connects.
No, they like
Dick connects.
yeah. No.
So you mean like they just retract and
Yeah,
extend
and they
out of there?
extend out,
They don't actually
right.
like fall off his hand.
No.
That'd be kind of funny. Imagine
then-
if he could just infinitely produce wieners and he could like launch them at like 20 miles
Just keep
per hour.
launching them. No, it's the same. I would say 3 out of each hand because that's more reasonable. Cause
Are they erect? Oh wait, what if they were? Whoa, what if they were just always out, but they were flaccid?
Well, I think he can bring him out when he's flaccid, but it's just boring. It's only when he's excited, he's about to get ready to do work. You know what I'm saying? It starts slapping. That's when it gets serious. Okay, so guess who his arch nemesis is?
Oh man,
His biggest enemy that is like completely his polar opposite that just fucks him up bad. If you follow X-Men and the original, you'll know who it is. It's a play off of that character.
I'm not sure.
All right, so he's got adamantium skeleton. He's metal.
Yeah. Oh,
Magwino.
Oh, I was gonna say badge.
No.
Magneto.
Magwino. So he can control. Magwino. He controls wieners. So like he has control over all wieners. So when he shoots them out, he can just like make them shoot back into his own face or into his mouth, or he can make them do whatever he wants to him.
Can he control my wiener?
I think
that's
so.
terrifying.
It is. And Cyclops.
There's only two people that can control my wiener.
And Cyclops is just he don't have to change much. His name's Cyclops, so he just shoots a load right out of that one eye that he has on his head. But yeah, no, that was not my superheroes, but I don't know why it just popped up out of nowhere. Go ahead.
Well, that was what I was going for. It is a playoff Wolverine.
Yeah, okay, but not that. It's not.
No, not exactly. Okay. It's a finger.
That would have been really weird if it was though, right?
That would have been crazy.
Cool.
This podcast was meant to be. No, it's fingernail Wolverine.
Fingernail.
He can grow his fingernails at will and.
Well, I'm not trying to be a dick because you're not familiar with too much X-Men, right?
Yeah.
There is kind of a character that's already that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. I think his name is Sabretooth. He's actually Wolverine's like one of his arch nemesis.
Are you fucking?
He has
fuck Sabretooth.
Yeah, he's got like long fingernails. He doesn't have claws, but he has long fingernails, and like he has regenerative powers like Wolverine.
I look pretty fucking stupid right
now. He's kind of a lame. Honestly, he's kind of a lame villain, and he's kind of a joke. But
yeah,
he is a thing. Unfortunately, he was actually in one of the earlier movies that they made, and he's just kind of dumb, kind of a dumb character. Yeah. I would imagine it was a joke if I didn't know more about X-Men myself.
I mean, I thought it was a fucking joke.
Yeah,
this is crazy. I've never heard of Wolverine before.
Look him up.
Sabretooth.
Yeah,
Sabretooth. I've heard of Wolverine. I promise everybody.
But Wienerine, that's where it's really at. I'll hit you with mine. Mine's not super. It's not funny, really. It's not super interesting, but it's something I thought was somewhat unique, and I'm kind of really loose with his powers. I got
the participation ribbon ready for
you. Yeah, okay. So his name is Paradox, and he can open up he can open up portals to other dimensions. He can travel between dimensions, right?
Okay. I like that.
But he can also get help from other versions of himself from other dimensions, because any other version of him can also travel.
You know what this reminds me of already?
Doctor Strange.
No, even better than that. You ever watch Fairly Odd Parents?
Yes.
You know the episode where they had all the renditions of the Crimson Chin?
No, I didn't see that one.
They had like 8 different Crimson Chins or something like that.
Oh, really?
It's amazing.
I have to check that one out.
They're all hilarious, too.
That's great. So here's the thing about him, and I haven't really decided. I'm thinking he has, if you've ever watched, like, I don't know, Ben 10 or something, the Omnitrix, the watch thing. I'm wanting to say he's got some sort of technology that can operate this. So he can also travel back in time, but only up to an hour. But every time he does that, he basically creates like a shadow of himself that basically goes through the timeline. Like, he creates another version of himself. So it's almost like he's creating clones of himself, but they're basically going through the same motions that they did before. It's almost like if you ever played a video game, like a Trials.
And you quick saved?
No, not when you quit save, but like whenever you play against say you're playing, I think Mario Kart might have it, where you're racing against yourself.
I've been fucking doing that actually for like a couple days now. That's funny that you brought that up, because I never raced Ghost until like 2 days ago.
So
try to unlock those gold wheels, everybody.
So think of it as Ghost mode. Like, he creates copies of himself, but they're like already predestined to do their own thing.
So does he have to like kill that copy of himself?
No, once they reach that time limit to where he went back, they'll just disappear basically. But if
he could like spit roast a girl,
totally. If he could plan it out, and you can get like, I'm getting this hole, you're getting that hole. And
the original one would get to 2 sexual releases.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. But can he do it multiple times, or does he have to wait till that time limit's up to do it again?
No, I feel like he can keep creating clones. But if the original one gets killed, it's like
damn over. Like shadow clone jutsu here.
Kind of, yeah, but in a way. Here's another interesting thing about it though: the Omnitrix type device he has. We'll call it Omnitrix. I was initially going to call it like a box. He can actually summon other versions of himself from other dimensions, and basically when they come into that dimension, whatever he asks them to do, they have to stay in his dimension until he accomplishes that goal.
Oh my god.
So
man, you were bringing up all kind of pop culture references.
Yeah.
You've seen Rick and Morty, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Mr. Meeseeks episode?
That might be where I got the idea from.
Oh, yeah?
That might be exactly where I got the entire idea for the character, and then I kind of reverse engineered it. But the interesting thing is, so if he was in a comic or in his own universe where movies or whatnot, I have the idea of a villain getting a hold of his device and summoning versions of him that have to destroy him before they can leave that dimension. So they're his literally his own worst enemies. Like he has to fight himself.
So are they
leave.
like invincible, or
No,
could he destroy them himself?
He could kill them. They're just other versions of him.
But they're literally him. So
they are him from other
it's
dimensions.
like fighting yourself in a video game,
right?
Which is hard enough already. You know?
Right. And I feel like each version of him, just like in a lot of things from a different dimension, will have slightly different properties. Like they might have different powers. You know what I mean? Because they're from a different dimension, different world existence. They might have super speed, or they might have, rather than the clone jitsu thing that he has, they might have something else. So
do you ever seen Samurai Jack?
Yeah,
that's
amazing.
one of my favorite.
Yes.
Fighting yourself kind of episodes was when Aku kind of pulled his evil thoughts.
Was that from the newer?
No, that's from the older
ones. Okay,
it's from like season 2, I think.
It does sound familiar. Did you ever see the Powerpuff Girls?
Fuck yeah.
Did you see how I've seen memes and things of how they compared this professor to Samurai Jack?
Yes.
And how he's like so similar, and he could be the Samurai Jack from a different timeline or whatnot.
And he eventually figures out like time travel and stuff like that.
I love like little things like that. It's so cool.
Yeah. It's cool stuff, but for the most part, it probably just comes down to the same animator.
Yeah,
but either way, it is.
A lot of the times they'll run along with it because it's like, that sounds way cooler than anything we'd ever imagined.
Black Ops Zombies was. They had no idea for any kind of storyline ever in their lives. And then everyone's like, well, this connects this way and this connects. They're like, yeah, it does. They're like, this next game.
Yeah, sure.
You're not going to believe what we didn't plan, but we did anyway.
There's so many crazy nerds, and I love the game too. I guess
You're talking about as if we're not the nerds.
Well, I am a nerd. I'm a nerd. I'm just not this nerd. I'm nerd in different ways, but that have figured out those weird connections that they're like, wow, that's really that's way cooler than we could ever imagine. A funny example of that would be, I did not read the article, but before you came over, I was actually looking. It's funny because you just started watching the Matrix movies, right? So
I just finished them.
You just finished the third one, okay?
Yeah, I just finished the third one.
All right. So the interesting thing is,
there's a fourth one coming out.
Really?
They're reviving it this year. Actually, it's supposed to come out.
Is it a remake, or are they doing an actual sequel?
I'm pretty sure it's an actual sequel, like a fourth one.
Keanu, is he on board with this? Or?
Yes.
He is.
You know how he got really big in 2018?
Yes.
Well, they were like, we're gonna make a ton of fucking John Wicks, and we're gonna make a new Matrix, and we're gonna make a new Bill and Ted. And they're like, man, this guy has a lot of money in him right now. We're gonna
drain him dry. We're gonna make
I fucking love Keanu Reeves, but
I do too.
shit.
Yeah. Well, I just saw this article, kind of in passing. I'll be honest, I didn't click on it. It was on a Facebook or something like that, and it was. You've seen John Wick, right?
Oh, I've seen all three of them.
So apparently, and I think this is the exact same type of situation you were just talking about with Black Ops Zombies, where people made connections that probably were not really there initially.
There's no connections to making John Wick because they don't tell you shit about the fucking organization and the background of it.
I read maybe a sentence of this article that was clicking for more, and they were connecting John Wick to the Matrix, and they were saying the robot somehow saved his consciousness and put him into another simulation as if he's John Wick, and that's why he's unkillable. And they allude to Lawrence Fishburne being in 2 of the movies, and that's why, and all this.
Wait, is Lawrence
Fishburne? He is actually.
Oh, he is.
He's the Birdman.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so kind of. I mean, it could be really cool. There could be more parallels there.
It'd be funny if Morpheus was just playing dumb.
Right. And honestly, if anyone ever did something like that, that would be pretty fucking amazing.
The most ambitious crossover event in history.
It reminds me of. The Darth, what was the little bunny rabbit guy from the prequels of Star Wars? What's his name? Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Darth Jar Jar.
He's not a bunny rabbit.
He is.
I mean,
he's got ear. He's like a space rabbit or some shit. He's got fucking big flappy ears.
6.5 feet tall.
So, have you seen the Easter Bunny? In those furry suits,
almost hired the Easter Bunny.
We were just looking at Cameo. This guy was probably not 6 foot, but he's over 5 feet.
Yeah, easy. Definitely a bigger bunny than I want to hire to say happy birthday to somebody.
And it was like $50 or something like that. It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, you know about the Darth?
Darth Jar Jar
thing.
Yeah, I know about that.
That is crazy, but would have been super cool if it was actually
if
true.
they ran with
that. That would have completely redeemed. Oh, we're not gonna go into that. You can look it up yourself, Darth Jar Jar. But for me, it would have completely redeemed his character and all the things I like about the prequels. But I'm not going to go there. We've already talked about Disney enough. Well, that wasn't Disney, right? But now it is technically. But
it is now, but at the time it was not.
Wasn't. Okay.
Yeah, I think Disney bought them 2011, I would guess, but I'm not 100% sure.
Anyway, enough tangenting. I will let you get to
my next two heroes.
Yeah, your third hero here. Because that's all I had. I was one and done, guys.
So I like this one. It kind of touches me, personally a little bit here.
Uncle Phil, the hero? Uncle
No, he has a restraining order.
Okay. So he can't touch you especially anymore?
if I got to pull out the phone, I will.
All right.
So this is a superhero who is barely above average at everything he does.
Okay.
It's like he's never great at anything.
He's the one that did in school. He didn't study, but he still got like a C+ or a B. You got a B on everything.
Yeah, he always passed no matter what. Didn't spend any time at all doing anything at home. No homework, nothing.
I am this hero.
I am this hero. We are all this hero in a way. But the difference with him is he's above average at everything, but just barely.
Just barely. Okay.
He's the kind of guy. If you guys go to an arcade together and you score on fucking Space Invaders or something, I'm gonna take a shot because it took me a minute to think of Space Invaders. I know it didn't sound like it.
Right,
in my mind, I've been thinking about Space Invaders for a bit.
Yeah.
I'll fill you up here in a second.
Yeah, you're good. I just would pass. I thought I'd pass along. I realized my shot was empty.
This beautiful. I have not had a shot of this yet.
And he would be able to take maybe. No, we're above average drinkers, so he would still be below us. I think he would be in trouble if he was drinking with us. But
I don't know. That kind of hurt.
The Irish whiskey's a little rough without a chaser.
Yeah, I brought root beer moonshine. I'm gonna be doing that from now on.
Okay,
but
we can do that. You can probably get a funnel.
Do you want root beer moonshine for your next show?
I'll do.
All right, gosh, I can probably pour it out of the jar. I just wasn't sure.
You know what? Hang on. You take over for a second. I'll get us some sort
I'll sit here.
I'll get us like a paper plate that we can just I don't know. We can do something to funnel it in, or like a glass. We can just pour it in a glass.
All right. I'll go ahead and talk about my last superhero here while you do that.
Did you say last superhero?
My last superhero. Do you want me to take another shot? I will. I don't care. No. All right. I'm off tomorrow. Yeah. So my fourth superhero, everybody. I used to work at a chicken restaurant in the southeast border. I mean, I think most people listening to this live down here too. But hopefully our audience grows enough to where you'll be like, what the fuck is the southeast border? Or what the fuck is Zaxby's? Anyways, I worked at this beautiful little fast food restaurant called Zaxby's. And my idea for a superhero is... his name is Chicken Man, and he can produce anything that you need at any time, but it always has to come out of an egg that he hatches. So you know what? Let's say the party's getting late and you're out of beer. He's like, guess what? I got a fucking 12-pack, but you got to watch this man lay an egg, out of his little egg hole or asshole, wherever you can imagine it coming from. And, then if you want the beer, you got to drink it pretty much from the egg. Actually, better off, he doesn't lay a 12-pack. He lays 12 eggs that are all full of beer. So you just crack them open. You got to drink it from the egg, I think. That would, I think that is a better way to do his thing. But, let's say you're hungry or something. I want some chicken nuggets. He's like, guess what? I got you.
Man,
lays an egg, and there's just some warm chicken nuggets in there. Would you eat the chicken nuggets? You asked for them. You'd be an asshole not to.
Yeah, definitely, man. You're drunk. Chicken nuggets are the perfect drunk food. You know what I mean? I mean, Taco Bell's pretty good too. That's hard to beat.
The only thing I've ever had at Taco Bell is a Baja Blast Freeze and a fucking cinnamon twist. I've never had a taco from Taco Bell.
Are you serious right now?
I don't like Mexican food a whole lot. I gotta be honest. Any Hispanic food. I thought
this might be our last episode, guys. I'm sorry.
I really thought they fucked up my order when they brought me out refried beans one time.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know what refried beans were. They brought this fucking puke out on my plate. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I didn't even try them, to be honest with you.
Wait, you've never had refried beans?
I've never had baked beans, dude.
Dude. God, this is very...
actually, we should make this a segment in the show because I swear there are so many foods that I haven't tried that people have fucking tried. And every time I'm like, you've never had that? I'm like, yes.
We definitely got to do this, man. I was looking for something controversial. I think we just hit fucking pay dirt, man.
Oh, I guarantee
you. That's crazy.
There's so much shit I haven't had that we can do on
here. I haven't tried a lot. I feel like I've tried the basic stuff, though.
Yeah.
Not like... I've had sushi once, and I'm not a fan of sushi. Have you had sushi?
No.
Okay.
That's one thing. Okay. That's one of the things that I get shit on.
I haven't had I've had crab sushi, but not like sushi.
Yeah.
And I actually have kind of an interesting story about the first time I ever had sushi, if you want to hear it.
Go ahead.
It's not super long, but I'll try to just make it pretty quick. So... I think I was probably...
I would never enter any kind of... conversation. It's not that long, dude. Don't worry, I'll make it quick.
Yeah, no one's gonna hear you scream anyway. So I went to this fancy sushi place. Apparently, my two female cousins were like, "You have to try sushi. I've never had it." So we went to this place. It was called like Mai Tais or something. I don't remember the name of it. It was
Ayataya?
maybe it was somewhere on the East Coast. In Florida near.
Oh, never mind. Ayataya is a restaurant in town.
No, it was in like Melbourne or something. I can't remember. We went down there and I was like drinking some straight whiskey because I was like not really about sushi. We went to a sushi restaurant and I was not feeling it. And I was kind of I drank a lot of whiskey on an empty stomach. And then I was looking at the menu and I was like, I really don't want to try sushi, but they did. That's all they had.
You're like, why is sushi on here 3 times?
Yeah. Why is there 10 different types of sushi? So I went with what I thought was the most like edible type, and it was like crab sushi or whatnot. And they were like, this crab sushi's not as bad. So I ate like a piece of it, and I was like, I ended up like, I'm pretty sure I got sick off it. And to be fair, I did drink a lot that night, so could have been from that, but it could have been from the sushi. That's not really the important part of the interesting part of the story. So that's the part we're gonna skip over.
How did it taste though?
I did not. I kind of like. I didn't enjoy it that much. I'll be honest. I kind of choked it down. I was not trying to be disrespectful around my cousins. I was like, I'm not gonna be a pussy. They're fucking eating this. I did eat. They did the classic thing where they're like, "Hey, try the green stuff. It's really good." And I ate a bunch of great fucking wasabi.
Yeah, I was told it was mint ice cream.
Yeah, I was told it was like it
wasn't even that hot.
Palate cleanser.
Tasted fucking horrible.
Yeah, it was awful. And then they had the ginger, which was not good either. The little fucking.
Yeah, the ginger's okay.
It was okay, but so then we went home. We were driving back, and at the time, it was my 2 female cousins and 2 of their female friends, and I was the only guy in the car, and we were driving, and the older cousin was married to a ex-cop at the time, and they were driving in
was he a cop at the time or an ex-cop at the time?
Looking back, he may have still been a cop at the time. But the car that we were in was not an actual official cop car, but it was a cop car.
Yeah, it was Crown
Vic. It was an old retired cop car. So it was just like, it was locked. They would lock from the inside in the back seats, things like that. It was a really weird thing. So we're driving back, and my cousin was like, we were driving down a road, and she's like, let's take a turn down here because I think there's a house it was some THC show like House Flippers or something, and she's like, I'm pretty sure they're flipping a house down here. We gotta go see it. And it was like pretty late at night, like 9 o'clock, and we did this detour. We were in Christmas, Florida at the time. I specifically remember it was in Christmas, Florida, and it was around July. It was nowhere near Christmas, like actual Christmas time, right? And
we were near Christmas.
We were near Christmas, but not near Christmas. Man. But kind of near Christmas.
I got a third dad joke for this episode.
As the story goes on, you'll realize we get closer to Christmas. We drove by a house that had a big-ass Santa Claus, light-up Santa Claus, just out in this front yard, and it was nowhere near Christmas. It was really fucking weird. And the girls were a little drunk, and I was just like, I just want to go home. Like, this is fucking annoying.
Like, let's go suck Dennis.
Yeah. So then my younger cousin and her friend were like, we got to get a picture with this fucking Santa Claus thing. So they get out, and they're taking the picture, and then my older cousin, who's the older sister of the younger cousin, I feel like I'm explaining this too much. We'll just say, I'm not going to say names. She decided it'd be funny to drive off and kind of leave the younger sister and her friend behind. So as she's driving off, we just hear dogs start barking, and we hear hooting and hollering, and they're running to the car.
When did this have to do with sushi?
Well, the beginning of the story, we were at the sushi place. Okay. Yeah. The guy was throwing sushi at her. I don't know.
Oh,
crazy.
God.
No.
He had a sushi cannon.
Yeah, so...
That was the day I lost my younger cousin to a salmon roll. I don't even know if that's a type of sushi. I just guessed.
It probably is. I think there's at least some salmon in there. Anyway, so she got in the car. We started to take off. This fucking big-ass truck starts pulling up behind us. Cuts right in front of us in the middle of the road. Slams on the brakes, like kind of diagonally. Cuts us off in the road. We can't go around them. We're in this Crown Vic that the back 2 doors, the girls in the back can't get out from the inside. They're locked from the inside. This fat redneck guy comes up to, I wasn't driving, it was my older cousin, comes up to the door with like a fucking Dirty Harry revolver in his hand. Like a fucking 6-chamber. He's tapping the window with the gun, right? Tapping the window.
Guy thinks it's cool.
Yeah, my cousin rolls the window down. And just so you know, my two cousins are they're kind of like firecrackers. They're kind of people that just like, they kind of agitate situations, or they're not like, they don't back down from anything.
Escalators.
They're escalators, both of them. All three of them actually. They will kind of escalate in their own sense. They don't back down from things. I don't know at the time if they've saw the revolver. They said they didn't see it. The guy's saying, he's raising hell. He's like, you kids were trying to take my Santa Claus. I know you guys are trying to take.
Wait, how big was this thing?
It was pretty big. It was probably like
8 feet tall, 9 feet tall?
Yeah, maybe like 6 feet or something. It was like a light up thing, but
so
it was really
big enough
stupid.
to where you're not like gonna fucking pull it out of the
No. Yeah, it wasn't. No, it wasn't nothing we could put it in the trunk. No, it was ridiculous. He's like, yeah, these kids. I know you kids have been taking parts of my Santa Claus. He's going off about this. He was paranoid about this light up Santa Claus that he has all year round, apparently, in his front yard. And he was accusing them of us of stealing, pieces of a Santa Claus, or we're going to take it from him. And he was just raising hell. And he's like, and then my cousin was like, we're just taking pictures, she's showing him pictures on the phone. He's like, you need to delete those pictures. And he's yelling at her to delete the pictures. He's like,
everyone's going to know about my Santa now. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Yeah. I swear to God.
He was raising hell. He's demanding the phone. And then my cousin's just like, fuck you, fat man. Go fuck yourself, like yelling at him. And I'm sitting here sweating bullets because this guy's got a fucking revolver in his hand. And he just he kills both of us in front seat. They're locked in the back. This is like Hostel or some horror movie. He just carries her back to carries my cousin or her friend back to his shed. And, they're never seen again. They're cut into pieces and added to his Santa collection or something. I don't know. But
a meat Santa downstairs.
Anyway, somehow we ended up getting out of the situation. Nobody died. We went to a gas station nearby. And at the gas station, there was a cop there, and one of my cousins, again, as somebody who's kind of an escalator, she's like, should I tell her about this guy? Should I send them back to his house? Should we go back to his house? I'm just thinking, we just need to let this shit go. Let's just go home. And she's talking to the cop, and the two cousins talk to each other and decide, yeah, let's, I think they decided that they were going to try to see what would happen. And the cop was like, no, we don't go in that area. The cop basically told us we don't go around those parts. It was almost like a fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie or something. Like, we don't go on calls out in that area.
Texas Chainsaw.
Oh well,
just like
we have to do that. Or it's kind of like a hillbilly fucking area of town that's sketchy that the cops will not involved with. Yeah. So that's kind of where the story ended, and nobody got killed. But it was,
on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we have a bit of an announcement at the end of this episode that I'm gonna make.
Oh, okay. It's an announcement to me too.
I think you know what it is. You'll figure it out. Whatever.
Okay. All right.
Let's finish this up. So what's going on with this cop? The cop said no. I'm not.
No, the cop said no, and that's the dramatic ending. It just nothing happened. We actually went home.
Fortunately, your cousins were escalators, and the cop was a de-escalator.
Yeah, and the cop, the
cop was a ladder with no rungs.
It was a female cop, so she was probably like, "This guy's crazy. I know exactly what you're talking about with the Santa Claus. I'm not going back out to this guy's house." Yeah, so that was it, and. Ever since then, I've never been a fan of those house flipping shows on TLC. Like, they could cost people their lives, Fucking
they don't realize house flipping shows on.
Yeah, you love them until Mr. Santa Claus comes after your ass.
Mr. Santa Claus.
And then shortly after that, I discovered a song about "Don't Fuck with Santa Claus" or something. It was like I don't know the name of the band, but anyway.
I think I've heard of that song.
Yeah,
I don't know for a fact or not.
Yeah. It's I don't know the band, but they've done a bunch of other songs. But I heard it on the radio the next day, and I was like, "Is this a sign? Is Mr. Santa Claus sending me a message right now?" Because I'm not fucking with Santa Claus again. Yeah. I'll tell you that. You guys can probably find it. I don't know the name of the band, but they've done other things. So, but yeah, that's my sushi story, not Santa Claus.
I like your sushi.
My sushi story, I've never had actual sushi.
Yeah, neither have I.
Since then, or ever, really. I guess.
Yeah, not sober at least.
Not sober, yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I don't think I was sober that night.
So
I wouldn't have survived if I was.
We can't think of any more superheroes.
Superheroes.
I'm wasted on mine. I just want to know.
No, I mean, I kind of tapped out of my XXX. You got all of them. I think I got Wienery and Cyclops.
I just came up with another one.
Magwino. Right.
Refrigerator Man.
That would be handy. Like Bender. Like, Bender has the door.
Yeah, that's exactly kind of what I was getting at. But instead he throws the beer up.
Oh,
you know,
so like Bender.
So he has like an infinite amount of space in his stomach, and if you want your beers to stay cold, you give them to him, he just starts. Yeah, he just swallows them whole, and then when you're like, "Hey, can I get a Michelob?" He just sits there, looks up, just like he looks like he's thinking really hard, and just like throws it out. But it's still cold.
That's not a bad deal.
Not frozen, but cold.
But it's the same beer.
It's the same beer. Yes, he can sort through.
So you have him consume it, and then it gets instant chill.
Yeah, I just reminded myself of something actually. Not instant chill. No, if you want it, you gotta let it marinate in there for a while.
So
get cold.
If say
he's a refrigerator, not
say upper middle class female has a party to go to, and she presents him with a bottle of wine or champagne, he can't instantly chill that. And her name's Karen, because he. I hope he has that ability.
Karen? I wouldn't want to be with a Karen. Nobody wants to. I wouldn't want to.
Well, because if let's say my
Selena.
mom's name's Karen, by the way. Oh. But it's okay. Yeah. I understand the Karen thing, but my mom is not a Karen.
I wouldn't want to impress a Karen as my thing. Yeah, but maybe a Selena.
Selena?
Yeah.
Is she Hispanic? Is she Hispanic?
I don't fucking know.
Sounds like she is.
I mean, Selena
sounds pretty spicy.
Usually implies attraction, you know. To me,
does it? I think of like spicy.
Hey, my celebrity crush is Margot Robbie. So if anyone's named Margot, that gives me a wine glass. I'll cool that instantly.
That's a unique name though. I don't.
Margot.
I. You know what? You know what's funny? You should say that. I shouldn't probably say it, but no. I worked with a Margot.
Oh, really?
But her spelling, I don't know if Margot Robbie spelled like this, but it was Margot, like spelled like Margot.
We need to replace the T with
Hispanic
an O,
though,
and call her Margot.
Yeah, she was Hispanic, and she actually. I don't want to go on and make things controversial in case she listens to this, but I think she might have had a crush on me.
Oh yeah.
She kept telling me I looked.
That's so. She's gonna comment on her.
She was older. She was older. When I say older, she wasn't older. She was probably early 40s or something. Not super old. She had a couple kids. There's nothing wrong with that either. She kept telling me I looked like a young. Who's the singer that sings the song "Living on a Prayer"?
That's Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi, young Bon Jovi. She told me that like every day. Like I work with her.
Leonardo DiCaprio a lot is what people tell me.
Yeah, that's way better than young Bon Jovi. I think.
I agree.
That's a lot. I did look him up though. A young Bon Jovi. It was. I mean, I'd throw it at him if I was a chick. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think so.
Heck yeah.
He's all right.
I mean, for the money.
Yeah, but that was a different job.
That's something we got to cover eventually. Who my grandpa might be. That'll be a cliffhanger for
who your grandpa might be.
Listeners, yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it for a cliffhanger then.
You'll like this.
So you mentioned crushes. So Margot Robbie's your crush. Is your big crush?
I did. But we were talking about the superhero I just came up with, and if I could instantly chill a wine bottle for her.
Jägermeister.
What?
Can you do Jaeger?
Can I chill it instantly?
Yeah, Jaeger. Because
I
people
can't
love
chill
Jaeger bombs.
anything instantly.
What? Can we upgrade this power? Because this is a made-up hero.
That would make it overpowered. Okay. We cannot have an overpowered hero.
Freezer Man?
Freezer Man. Oh.
Is he a separate entity?
Freezer Man and Refrigerator Man.
You don't want to mix those up.
Enemies, actually.
They're enemies?
Yeah. So Refrigerator Man shows up at a party, and everyone's like, yeah, Refrigerator Man. And then he's like, dude, I'll get your beers cold in about 2 to 3 hours. Then Freezer Man shows up. And he goes, I'll get your beers cold in about 20 to 30 minutes.
He's like, get this old fucker out of here.
And then, he gets up to DJ Boost and he starts like playing some fucking tunes. Everyone's cheering for him. And 30 minutes later, starts spitting their fucking beers out at him. Like off the stage, like projectile launching their drinks at them.
So Refrigerator Man's the obsolete version of
Refrigerator. Not obsolete?
I mean,
imagine if Freezer Man doesn't show up to your party.
Right. He has different utilities for different situations.
Yeah. So
he's good for the long term. I think Freezer Man's good for the short term.
Refrigerator Man would eventually become the villain, though, because...
he'd be good at nursing homes and stuff like that. When people don't need cold stuff right away, they can just wait for it, They're watching Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune. They're like, I can wait for that prune juice to get cold, Yeah. I don't need to pass this shit through my sphincter right now.
Freezer Man, he would be the superhero in this, but it's because he would, they meet in like college,
right,
and they're friends for a while,
right,
and then they start going to parties together. And Freezer Man's more popular. Refrigerator Man gets jealous. He gets angry. That is where he
turns him evil. Becomes a heel,
yes.
A villain. Yeah. So what are his villainous ways when he turns evil?
That's a tough one for me. Yeah. He doesn't give people their beers back. He just eats them and then he sells them on the corner.
On the black market.
Yeah. Beers on the black market.
Yeah. Yeah, he sells them to kids at playgrounds.
But then he has a redemption.
That's what he does. He goes to underage parties and gives them the alcohol.
Yes,
yes. And he
That's
causes drunk driving accidents.
Yes,
and he's in
I like where you're going with this.
Dare. He's in it. You remember Dare? He's
Yes.
in a Dare video.
Eventually, he gets into Dare.
Yes.
Okay, we're getting there.
Yeah,
We got to
okay.
get through his redemption
Okay.
arc first. So in his redemption arc, him and Freezer Man battle.
Right.
And he loses. But it's one of those things where it's really heartfelt at the end. He doesn't die. It's not a fight to the
Freezer
death.
Man wouldn't kill him. He's a superhero. He just tells him, man, you need to get your shit clean. You need to clean your shit up, man.
A lot of superheroes that kill people. No, come on.
But
yeah, they have a bar fight.
Freezer Man is
we'll
like,
say it's a bar fight.
Freezer Man's like Batman. He doesn't use weapons. Right?
Yes.
Right? He doesn't kill people.
Yeah, just a pool cue in the bar.
Just pokes his eye out.
But at this point, he has a coming to moment, and he becomes Arctic Man. And now he's freezing fucking cold. Okay, so he's even colder than Freezer Man at this point. This man's like
Wait, he
negative
evolves?
20 degrees. Yes.
So Freezer Man evolves.
No, Refrigerator Man evolves.
Oh.
And so Freezer Man's still the
Because of
same.
the
He helped him get there.
Yeah.
So now they're a duo pretty much. But then
And he
you were talking
surpasses
about
him.
Dare. This is when he's Arctic Man is when he gets into Dare and when he starts talking to kids about
Oh, so
drugs
he's
and
helping
alcohol.
kids out.
Now he is.
But before he was selling,
Before
he
he
was
was giving
providing the
minors and
kids
stuff.
with underage
and he
Four
was never caught
Locos.
because he'd be in jail for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's got the ability to evade the cops. He can. Drug sniffing dogs can't smell through refrigerators. I don't think.
Not Refrigerator Man.
Not
That's one of his other
Refrigerator
powers.
Man. Yeah. He can mask all drugs
he
inside
sweats
of
beer.
him.
If you want to get drunk, you got to lick his sweat off of him.
Oh yeah, maybe he's like one of
Delicious.
those frogs in the Amazon that just gets you fucked up just by licking him.
Yes.
He's like just perspirating Four Loko,
His
like the
sweat
old Four Loko
is 100%
with the
alcohol.
caffeine in it. That just really fucks you up after you drink one Four Loko. You're done
His
for the
left
night.
arm's watermelon, his right arm's mango.
Yeah. They all taste like garbage, but when you're underage, it's all good, right? Don't drink underage, kids. Come on.
Yeah, not
What
at
are you guys doing?
Cut that out.
Cut that out. It's not
Get
good
out
for
of
you.
here. If you gotta call an Uber, go ahead and call that Uber.
Uberman.
Uberman.
He's a German superhero.
It's just Lightning McQueen from Cars, but he's like in his old age and can't
Yeah.
race anymore.
Yeah. Except for he's a shitty Volkswagen, like
Yeah.
3 wheels. I like it.
Yeah,
So I think we've kind of exhausted the superheroes. I'm not drawing anything right now. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just making sure because that one, I just looked at your fridge. I was like, that's
Yeah.
fucking cool. We made an
That is
entire
cool.
comic book right there, dude.
It's talking about Refrigerator Man and Freezer Man. So I have like a little instant boiler you can use to make tea, or I actually use it to make like ramen, like boil water
Yeah.
fast. A guy that could boil water, like heat water up really quick would be awesome.
He'd
For
be
like
dangerous.
college,
He could just spit the water back up on you.
Yeah. Him with Refrigerator Man at college party, Freezer Man at college parties. He'd be get the ramen, he'd be pumping the ramen out.
Yeah.
And then Freezer Man would be cooling the Four Locos and what do the kids drink? Whatever the kids are drinking nowadays, I don't know. The
These guys
cheap
are
beer.
the perfect party trio.
Yeah.
You invite them to your 21st.
Yeah, and you wake up the next morning, you're feeling like shit, and you're like, I'm so glad you're here,
Microwave
Boiler Man. Yeah, just get me some ramen, please. Macaroni and cheese, all the great stuff, instant. And then Freezer Man can hold the frozen meals.
Yes.
For
the morning
Heater
after.
Man. Yeah, or Boiler Man. He just Microwave Man. Just take care of it. That'd be great. Great combo.
All the hungover people wake up, dude. I want some ramen. Freezer Man's like, I got leftovers. Just pops it open his stomach.
And then the day after, Pill Man. No.
Yeah.
Plan B Man. No. Yeah. No. I think we've covered that. I mean, Lysol Man would be great too right now, but he'd be way too in demand. He'd be making good money.
There'd be some 70-year-old rich women who'd be having an affair with Lysol Man at the moment.
Yeah. Mr. Clean would be really, really fucking jealous.
Where would Lysol Man dispense his Lysol wipes from? His ears? Or where?
I was thinking a different orifice, but
We'll
we'll say ears. Yeah, sure.
We'll give him
no
the
nostrils,
power.
maybe?
He can dispense them from any orifice he wants.
Yeah.
So it gets pretty kinky in the
There's
bedroom.
there's a lot of orifices.
And he can tie them together too, so he can do like clown tricks and stuff where he just keeps pulling like Lysol wipes out of them.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with that for sure.
Yeah.
So how you enjoying the black and blue? It's your first black and blue. You haven't said anything about it.
I'm a pretty big fan of it. I like Guinness. I like Blue Moon.
So you've had them separately, but not together.
Yeah, I've had them separate. I've had them virgin before.
You've had them, okay. For me, I'm the same way. Like I like a good Blue Moon. Guinness is a little bitter for me, a little dark, more darker than I like.
Yeah.
I have a lot of black friends. I'm not saying it in that way. But a darker beer is not normally my jam, so to speak.
Oh, really? I like dark beers a lot.
I can enjoy a lager here and there, but I feel like the Blue Moon mixed with Guinness.
Lager's not dark usually, is it?
I mean like a heavier beer, like a
most of the lagers that I drink, like usually stouts and porters are pretty dark, but not a lager. A lager is usually, I guess a lager is like, darker than a regular brew. But
what I meant is like, probably more of like a stout.
I see what you're saying.
I misspoke, so.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see a root beer moonshine shot.
I kind of want to try this. I'm not taking this whole thing because it's like 2 shots.
Oh, come on. It's good. It's really good, I promise.
It smells amazing. By the way, have you ever tried this with like a float? Have you made a float out of this?
Yes. I made a float with that, and I made it with root beer float vodka too, and it's really good.
That sounds amazing. I'm just like imagining. Like, I'm just telling you guys right now, I'm sniffing it. It's a moonshine. It really just smells like
why don't you hold that up to the microphone? Let them get, the...
Get this whiff, guys. It's right... Effect. I got you right in the windscreen. I hope you can smell this. It's just... It really is amazing. Where did you get this, by the way?
So my first bottle I got for my, we'll say 21st birthday, even though that wasn't really the number that I got it for.
Was it Refrigerator Man? Was he the one that provided this with you?
No. And then my second, this bottle right here actually.
That is really good.
Given to me by my girlfriend.
That's really tasty. Where can I acquire a bottle like this? Is it hard to get?
We could not find it at Total Wine, which is like a candy store for adults, which sadly usually carries about everything you could find. But she actually had to order this offline for my birthday last year.
That's amazing. I feel very honored. I'm not saying that sarcastically. I really do feel honored that you allowed me to experience this.
Yeah, that's a tough
one. I'm a big fan of root beer, and that is
my last one took me 2 fucking years to get through. So
yeah, that's a good fucking drink right there. It's a smooth root beer experience for sure. If you're a fan of root beer, if you're over 21 and you're a fan of root beer, definitely get a hold of
that's
Sugarland.
We'll cover this in another episode, but I am a huge root beer fanatic, people.
Yes, you are.
We'll hold off on that because I think we're getting pretty late in the show, aren't we? What are we at right now?
52 minutes, somewhere around there.
52 minutes? Oh, so we got a little bit of time. We can dive in a little depth into my root beer addiction here.
Yeah, go for it, man.
So, I actually started collecting root beer bottles when I was probably 13 or 14-ish, and I actually went to California, and I bought about 3 different root beer bottles there, and I just decided to throw them all in my suitcase and bring them back.
That's awesome.
From that point on, I fucking love root beer. I've always loved root beer. Mm-hmm. And anywhere I found something new, I would, always buy it, and I'd drink it, put the cap back on, wash it out, of course, and then threw it on my shelf. And I've actually gotten to somewhere around like 70, I think 72 or 73 root beer bottles now. So I am a big fucking root beer nerd.
The fuck? That's impressive, man. That's really impressive.
So
no, that's...
Sprecher. If you ever run into a Sprecher root beer, I highly recommend it. My favorite easily to find is a Barks root beer. I like Mug quite a bit, but Barks just takes the cake there.
Barks, it does have a bite. As the slogan says, Barks has a bite.
Shout out to fucking Red Robin because they have bottomless root beer floats if you go there, by the way. It's great.
Really? I did not know. I haven't had a root beer float and it's been way, way, way too long. I need to...
Man, I throw those bad boys in there on the regular.
You ever had a Black Cow before?
What the fuck is a Black Cow? You talking about that?
Yeah.
What's a Black Cow?
You don't know what a Black Cow is?
I've never heard of Black Cow.
Seriously?
Is that what chocolate milk comes from?
That's a different conspiracy theory.
I've heard like 30% of adults believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows, by the way. I don't know how true that is.
And 25% of people live in a little town called Ocala, Florida. A Black Cow is it's basically when you take Coke and you make a root beer float out of it.
Like cocaine?
No, I mean that's called a Miami float, I think.
That's a Cuban float.
Yeah.
Colombian float.
Yeah, Colombian. You know what a Colombian necktie is?
Is it a sexual move?
No.
No.
It's not. Okay.
I don't know a sexual move named Colombian.
It sounds sexual, but it's kind of grotesque. It's where like they slit your throat and then they pull your tongue through the throat hole, and then it's like a gang type thing, a gangster thing. I think. Yeah, I don't know where I learned that.
I'm a root beer gangster.
Yeah, Colombian necktie. You don't want to get one of those guys. Just say no.
Yeah, they don't look very good.
It's not.
Hey, old man, give me everything. Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me.
So if you guys didn't figure this out yet, Trenton bought a new piece of equipment.
Yeah,
where he can play where the fuck he wants.
Yeah, and I love it.
And he is just having a blast. Actually, in fact, I want to offer you.
I'm kind of holding back.
I didn't get past my black and blue yet. I guess we're not as drunk as usual this week.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Oh, that's a SpongeBob reference right there. I know that anywhere.
Yeah, well, we haven't got through the black and blue. So
anyways,
that's what I was saying.
Do you want to try this Bananas Foster's beer?
I will give it a shot.
All right,
let
me get this
I'm
ASMR in here.
Down. Oh, that sounds crisp.
That's like when you go to the movie theater, you know, when they pour the soda on the ice and
Yeah,
stuff.
it sounds like.
It is hot as a witch's coochie out.
It sounds so crisp. I didn't have a soundboard official like that would go with crisp sounding, but that smells real crisp. I'm giving it a sniff. You guys want a sniff here?
Oh, there you go.
Give it a sniff. There you go.
Yeah, savor it.
That is very tasty.
That's a Banana Foster's beer, isn't it?
That tastes like a Bananas Foster. I've never actually had a Banana Foster.
Bananas Foster Stout by Untitled.
Now, is a banana? What is a Bananas Foster? Can I explain? I'll be honest. I've never had one before, but I'll explain to you the flavor profile I got from that taste.
I don't know exactly what's in a Bananas Foster, but
is it chocolate banana? Because I got like a chocolatey banana taste.
Cinnamon,
maybe.
I think. I'm not sure. I've never had one.
I don't know.
Bitch. Want to know why these plants are dead? Carol fucking basket.
I feel so bad for the viewers right now.
I do too. I don't know what I'm hitting right now. I'm just looking at a soundboard. I'm sorry, guys, but this is too fun. But just to give you guys a heads up in the future, I'll get a little bit better acquainted with the soundboards and my phone audio. But an exciting thing for you guys perhaps will be we're going to be having a lot more guests on the show now that I have the ability to get phone guests. And we tested the
we might be able to get Nicolas Cage for $15 in the near future.
Yeah, we're looking into it. We're going to $15 and we might get him a Declaration of Independence, and then we might throw that in there. Maybe that'll get him on the show. I think it will. I think he's into that kind of stuff. So,
speaking of Nicolas Cage, here's this announcement that I brought up earlier.
Yes,
Willy's Wonderland is a new movie from Nicolas Cage where he just beats the living shit out of a bunch of animatronics. So that doesn't really have a whole lot to do exactly with what I'm about to talk about, but a little bit. I'll explain where it's at. We are going to start a Patreon in the near future. It's going to be $5 a month if you want to become a member. And a lot of our private shows on there and stuff are probably going to be, have you ever seen Mystery Science Theater 3000? Similar to that in a way, but we're funnier than them. Not to mention, if you haven't seen that show, or what it used to be, there's been like 3 times they've tried to make it, and they're just not funny enough, I guess. It's where they sit down and they watch old bad movies and they make jokes about it. And it's been canceled, 3 fucking times now. So someone has to pick up the mantle here and redo it. So we're going to start movie nights probably in the near future. Probably do
definitely
1 a month for now. We got a couple ideas already. Also, we're starting guests.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be starting doing the guests. We got with the phone capability, we definitely have the ability to get some really cool guests. We're not limited anymore. And yeah, I mean, we may Nicolas Cage definitely could be in the near future. I don't know.
And thus concludes the adventures of Nicolas Cage ordering a pizza.
And with the Patreon, it's not made yet, but it will be in the near future. We are also going to do, if you subscribe for the first month, you will get a koozie with our logo on it. And we will have a logo in the near future as well. We have not moved on the so much yet, but it will be happening.
And we have lots of other awesome ideas coming down the pipeline.
Those are just our soon up and coming ideas right there. That's it.
Bitches! You bitches!
I wasn't calling you bitch. Nicolas Cage, come on, man. We haven't got you on the show yet. You don't need to be talking all this shit.
You know you're not making that much money, dude. Come on.
Fuck you!
Come on, man. What?
Don't move me!
Come on, Nicholas. There's bees. We got bees here. You like bees, right?
Not the bees!
I thought you liked bees.
Oh, my eyes!
Your eyes are fine, Nicholas. What are you?
Is that actually Nicolas Cage?
Yeah. I threw some bees in his face, and he's got a weird thing about bees. I don't know what his deal is. Next time, just won't get the bees involved, I guess. But lots of exciting things coming up in the future. We've got all kinds of stuff coming up, guys. So just stay tuned. It's gonna get better.
You ready for the St. Patrick's Day themed dad joke?
I think I am actually. Yeah.
All right.
Are they ready? I don't know.
It's not a very long joke here.
Okay. So. Whether you guys are ready or not, it's coming.
All right.
Yeah.
How many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman?
I don't know. How many potatoes does it take?
0.
Okay.
Are you not understanding this?
I'm not. No.
I was really scared that was going to happen.
Yeah. 0.
Have you ever heard of the Irish potato famine?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yes. So
it's a very
no potatoes.
Very racist way of saying that.
Yes,